Hello there, are you ready for some more stories with NanNan? I've got a selection of books here, all about a little boy called Harry. Lots of different adventures about Harry. I'll read them all to you, but one at a time. And we'll start with Harry and the Robots. And it's by Ian Whybrow and Adrian Reynolds. All the books are by those people. So here we are. The first book is called Harry and the Robots. Let's find out about the robots. And inside the front cover, there's a big picture, look, with lots of robots. All different robots. They look like homemade ones, don't they? Have you ever made homemade robots? We have in the garden. We did it one summer, didn't we? We used boxes and tubes and glue and string and paint and paper. Made lots of mess, but we did make some robots, didn't we? Well, let's see what this book is about. It was a shock for Harry when his robot fell over. It was just doing a nice march, and suddenly its lights went out. Harry heard Nan coughing in the yard, so he ran out to show her. Look, there he is. There's Harry. We'll always be able to recognise Harry because he's got that haircut, look. Very straight. And his robot fell on the floor and all the lights went out. So he thought he'd go and show his Nan. Look, there's his Nan out in the garden. He knew where she was because she'd coughed, so he could hear her. Some of the robot's batteries had leaked onto its wires. So they put him in a parcel and sent him to the robot hospital. They'll know how to mend him, Nan said. Harry wanted to make another robot to play with while he waited for his marching robot to come back. Nan said, "What a good idea! We'll use my best scissors if you like." And they laid the things ready on the table. So there they are, there's Nan saying, "What a good idea." And there's her best scissors, look, in her sewing or knitting basket. And there's all the things ready that they'll need. There's a pot of glue and a sponge and paints and markers and felt tip pens and little balls and medium-sized balls and half of a bigger ball. Lots of coloured paper. And there's a box. Lots of things. And there's the marching robot all parcelled up, ready to go to the robot hospital. But they never got started. Mum made Nan go to bed because her cough was so bad. So there's Nan and there's Mum. And she's saying, "Nan, you have to go to bed. You've got a nasty cough. And we'll see if we can get you better. Go and have a rest in bed." And when Harry woke up the next morning, there was no Nan. The ambulance had come in the night and she had to go into hospital. Mum said it was for her bad chest that was making her cough. That day, Sam watched a lot of TV. So there is Harry sitting on his mum's lap, and that's his sister Sam, and she watched a lot of TV. I expect they were bored, weren't they? And they were missing their Nan. Harry started making the robot all by himself. He wanted to use Nan's best scissors. Nan had said he could, but Sam said, "No, those are Nan's." And that was why Harry threw his Stegosaurus at her. Mum took him to settle down, and she said he could use Nan's best scissors if Nan had said so, but only while she was watching. He had to be very careful, though, because they were very sharp. Harry worked hard all morning. So there's the picture, and there's where his sister Sam says, "No, you can't use those scissors, they're Nan's." So there's his toy Stegosaurus, which is a type of dinosaur. Harry threw it at her. Oh dear, that was a nasty little fight, wasn't it? I don't think it hurt her too badly though, but she is rubbing her head. See there, she's rubbing her head. So I expect the Stegosaurus hit her on the head. Let's hope it was a soft Stegosaurus. But Mum said, you can use them if Nan said so. So there they are. And Mum's watching him because they are sharp scissors. And Mum's watching to make sure that he doesn't hurt himself. And they work hard all morning on making their own robot. Until there was a new robot, a special one. Harry taught it marching. He taught it talking. But most of all, he taught it blasting. The robot said, "Hello, Harry. Have you got a cough? Blast!" There, look. So it was a blasting robot. It said to Harry, "Have you got a cough? Blast!" And there's his hand going out to go blast. The hospital was big, but they found Nan in there. And Mum and Sam and Harry had to wait outside Nan's room, and they waved through the window. But Nan was asleep and she didn't open her eyes. There, look, they went to the hospital to see Nan. Sometimes hospitals can be very busy places, can't they? Lots of people walking around and lots of people going to visit their sick relatives. Some people going for appointments. Sometimes you have to go to the hospital for an appointment, don't you? See the doctor, and the doctor gives you some medicine or something and makes you better. Anyway, there's Nan. She's in her room, look, and she's asleep. So there's the doctor. Is that the doctor maybe? Oh no, that might be Mum inside. And look, Harry and Sam had to wait outside. I think that's what it is. But she was asleep. And I think that made Harry a bit sad because I think he wanted to go and see his Nan. Sam and Mum whispered to the doctors, so Harry slipped into the room. Just him and the special robot. So he went in to see his Nan, look. He slipped in while his Mum was talking to the doctor. He put the special robot by Nan. And the robot said, "Hello, Nan. Have you got a cough?" She opened one eye. It winked. Can you wink? One eye? It's difficult, isn't it? Anyway, she opened an eye and it winked. And the robot said, "I will blast your cough. Blast!" And there it is, look. There's Nan, blinking one eye. And the robot goes, "Blast!" Blasting her cough away. And that was when Mum ran in and said, "Harry, no." But the doctor said not to worry, it was fine. A robot would be a nice helper for Nan. So that evening, Harry was very busy. He joined, he stuck, he painted, and Harry made 5 more special robots to look after Nan. So the doctor said that Nan could keep that blasting robot, help to look after her. So Harry thought, wow, I'm going to make some more. And he did lots of sticking and gluing and making of more robots. And he made 5 more. That's a lot of robots, isn't it? And the robots guarded Nan. They marched for her and they blasted her cough. And soon she was better. There she is, look, sitting up. And look at all the robots helping. There's one there with long arms and legs. And there's one there with a green head and a little round body. And there's one with a red box for a body. Oh, there's a funny one. Look, there's one with a ball for its body. And it looks like ping pong balls for its eyes. And there's the first robot he made. Look, the blasting robot. So there they are all visiting Mum and Harry's sister Sam and Harry And that's the doctor, look, in his white coat. And they're all standing round Nan because Nan is feeling a lot better. Nan came home and unpacked her things. "You're a good looker after her," she whispered. "And my special robots," said Harry. "Oh yes, them too," said Nan. "I'd like to keep them by me. Do you mind?" And Harry didn't mind at all. Nan went out in the yard to see how the chickens were getting on, and they were just fine. So look, there's Nan saying she'd like to keep the robots by her. And Harry said, "Yes, that's fine, Nan, you can have them." So they go out into the garden and check the chickens, and the chickens are fine too. Who else has got chickens in their garden? Have you? NanNan doesn't, but I know some people who do. That afternoon, a parcel arrived. It was the marching robot back from the robot hospital. His light went on and he did a nice march. Good as new. There, look, there they are, sitting out in their garden on a bench. All the homemade robots around them, and the marching robot that had to go and get mended at the robot hospital. Isn't that lovely? So, Harry had lots of robots now. He had all the homemade robots that he made himself and that were looking after Nan, plus his marching robot that came back from the robot hospital. And they all are happy in the garden, surrounded by their chickens. And of course their robots. That's good, isn't it? That's a lovely story. And on the back page, there's a big page of all those homemade robots that Harry made. Aren't they lovely? I think we should have a go at making robots again. I think that would be a good thing to do. That would be such fun, wouldn't it? Perhaps we'll have to think about that on a nice day, where we can go out in the garden where it doesn't matter if we make a mess. That would be good, wouldn't it? I hope you enjoyed that book about Harry and his robots. That was good. Bye.